All right, guys, welcome to another episode of After Action Debrief. I'm your host, JT, and I have my boy, we're going to go by Instagram names on this one, unless he wants to tell you your real name.
Tatted Grunt.
Tatted Grunts.
Either or Zach.
We're going to go with Tatted Grunt this go around, but his real name is Zach, and we ain't going to go with full governments. Fuck that. And I have the fucking cancer, as he calls himself, fucking War Bear. So we're videoing this one this go around. I want everybody to see faces and put names to the faces, shit like that. Look at this motherfucker right here, dog. It is a trip. So I brought Zach on this go around because I want to touch onto his lifestyle right now, because I see all these big lifts, these big movements that he's got going on, and what brought their little
lips.
Big lips.
Big lips.
I was like,
these lips, are we spreading them open like that, bro? Are we chewing on it like bubble gum?
hey, you say it's bubble gum, I'll come chewing.
Come chewing. You stupid. So Zach, why don't you introduce yourself, bro? What you drinking on right there?
Oh man, this is a Fairlife shake. Come on.
Oh,
Those are like
the best.
Yeah, those are what all the bodybuilders love.
Oh, come
Sweet
on.
dessert.
They're really good.
So-
I'll keep it short. So I'm Zach. I'm basically a nobody on Instagram. I like to do powerlifting.
Than I do on there. Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm
Nobody.
just some
It's like a million
random
people.
dude who lifts. I lift for mental health awareness for myself. I don't really do it for clout. I don't really care about likes or anything like that. It's more for me. And it just kind of gives me a goal, keep me mission oriented. Got out of the Marine Corps in 2018 and went from one extreme to the next and got into powerlifting as a way to stay driven and stay goal driven. And here I am, man.
So what other goals do you have going on other than powerlifting, dog? I've sat back and I think the last time that I talked to you, the first time that I talked to you, was during the pullout. And I ain't talking about my pullout game. I'm talking about the horrible pullout.
Well,
of the
we'll get on
government.
to the sexual.
Oh yeah,
too.
that.
Who's he
Yeah.
banging?
The abortion of the withdrawal in Afghan.
Yeah, but I think that was the first time I had actual voice convo with you, bro. And you said you took a break from lifting.
Yeah, I kind of stopped for a while. It was only a couple of days, but I needed to kind of get off social media for a while because there was a lot of shit going on and a lot of stuff being posted around, and people were getting a little bit, I don't know, kind of taking it to the extreme, and I just needed to step away. And
shit. We need to go in there right now. Just give me 5 guys. Who am I?
Yeah,
5 guys.
everyone, it's from both sides, man. It was like military and civilian. You got civilians who fucking do airsoft on the weekend, and they're like, "Oh, give me a fire team, and we'll go over there and we'll finish this." Like,
yo, you know who he sounded like just then? Yes, Barry, you heard it.
Hey man,
T-Rex.
All our American heroes and receive backlash for my antics. I don't know. The only thing I had a problem with that whole withdrawal, one, fucking Santa Claus going through cancer's ass, leading the way, and two, fucking just, man, like, it's not even the video part. It's just like hearing the locals screaming for life and shit like that. It's not even just like the visuals. I could see a 14-year-old kid cut off his like uncle's head as a Taliban, whatever. But screams, man, civilian screams. You're like, that place was golden for a while. They had bitches on like advertisements and shit. Now they're ripping down bitches' faces off of advertisements. I was like, man, no wonder they're so fucking angry they ain't getting laid. That's why they all raping and shit. If they,
I feel like that's the whole cause of war.
Everything's fine.
Bro, but if you think about it, fuck, dude, Helen of Troy, that whole entire situation, that war,
could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided, but because one motherfucker was pussy whipped, you know what I mean?
Like,
and he was like,
"We got like 5 whores that'll fuck you right now." Fuck love. Give that.
You needed that one. You needed that
I don't
one.
understand with that whole situation. What really confuses the fuck out of me, and to this date, I just cannot seem to figure out what the mentality was going into it.
It's easy. It's just to give it to China. All right, if you look at if you look at the map right now, let me just tell you.
No. Like,
Hold on.
You say when. I'll come shoot.
My confusion is
Uh-huh.
we've been fighting this for many years. Same fucking people over and over and
Mhm.
over, right?
Right.
Our outer security perimeter was established by that very fucking entity that we've been fighting for
Hmm.
this length of period of time. And so I just don't understand like who made the decision to strategically say, okay, here's the game plan, guys. We're gonna have the outer cordon established by no other than the T-band themselves. Like who does that?
Well, that leads me into my next thought as to I got this motherfucker right here. Look at him.
He's
I
sexy.
have you, and he damn sure is. Look at that
Yeah.
cherry, those cheeks. If this was jail, woo.
Mm.
Oh, baby, I'd be biting off dicks left and right, being the king of prison. This man bit off a man's dick and swallowed that bitch whole. You goddamn right, I'm gonna assert dominance in the first fucking get up. You know how black and Latinos, they see a white guy biting off someone's dick, they ain't fucking with him. They ain't messing with him.
They're not fucking with him, not one bit.
One goddamn.
What TV show was
No,
that? What
no,
TV show was that?
do the first fucking day, bite a dick.
Right. But what I'm saying is now that I have both of you, I got you, Zach, Afghanistan, and then I got Warbear over here from Iraq, and the whole entire situation is, and both of you were infantry, correct? Because I know you were, Zach.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
So
0311.
I feel like this whole entire situation is based off of what we are currently seeing in our military as being this new, and I'm going to air quote it, woke culture of how that situation was started, led into, moved towards, and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Because what a lot of people are seeing right now, and it's a lot more talk, is how the China situation is going between us and Taiwan and fucking Xi Jinping. Look at this dude
Someone
right
say
here.
China. Someone say China.
I said China. I ain't talking about that China white neither. No, he was about to light up on this shit. And I'm gonna give him his chance.
Goddamn.
But it's like, you're right, you're in charge. But it's like that is where we're at with this when it comes down to our military is a woke culture. It is no longer about winning battles and being that strong front or that force, especially we just saw it with the Marines. If we wanted to win that whole entire situation in Afghanistan, it could have easily been won with Marine Corps and Rangers who what's his name? Lone Survivor. Marcus Luttrell. Marcus Luttrell said, yeah.
He needs to go to bed. I'm sorry. That man looks like he is just like always doing so shitty. I don't care how good he's doing.
In the
mentally,
mind of Warbear.
that motherfucker looks like he's about to put a bullet in his head every guy.
Bro, I feel that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, is that I feel that because you gotta think about how much shit.
An aggressive dick.
Because he's stressing.
I would not fuck with him in any form of the way. I do not have those kind of balls. Man, straight up stabbed a guy after getting shot like 6 times and he had a broken compound fracture. At that point, I'm like, nah, I'm out.
That's that frog man, bro.
Yeah, that's a different breed.
It is, but that's how I look at it right now on that topic, is that it's all woke. It's super woke. It's no longer about winning wars and fucking training and being hard ass. It's more so about, it has a whole lot to do with China. You've been released. I want to hear it.
All right. The beauty of Marxism, right? It's it's like chlamydia, right? You don't know if the bitch has it. You can't tell. You know what I mean? You can't tell until your dick is dripping, right? Our dick is dripping in the United States right now. I'll gotta tell you that. All right. Also, shout out to Mark Wahlberg for putting himself as Marcus Luttrell at 5'8" when Marcus Luttrell was like 6'4". Dick.
Yeah, he was fucking
Dick
tall.
move.
He was
Dick
tall.
move
He's a tall dude.
there.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. I hate Mark Wahlberg so much. You know he blinded an Asian guy?
Hey, his
Anyway,
burgers are legit.
going back to my...
You've had the Wahlburger?
Yes, in New York.
Yeah, he blinded
Or not
that
New-
simple Asian delivery
Cleveland.
guy. And then now he wants to be a fucking cop and he wants that his rap sheet to be expunged so he can serve his community. Bitch, if a black man that shot up a Pookie fucking grocery store 18 years ago can't get a gun, fuck that motherfucker.
All right, hold on. Time out. Mark Wahlberg's trying to become a cop?
Like Shaq. He tried to pull Shaq.
Oh, fuck that. You'll never be a Shaq.
Oh, white weenie motherfucker. That's why he's all dick wet in fucking businesses, because he doesn't feel like a man any other way. Well,
He's a
bitch.
business.
But he's a businessman. But that is weird how
Yeah,
he's
fucking man. So why not?
okay.
I don't think-
But go ahead, Zach.
I don't think celebrities should have any say so whatsoever. Like once you get out, you see a lot of these famous guys, and I'm not taking away from anything they've done in their service at all by any stretch of the imagination. Very honorable, but when they get out, you see a lot of them. They're like all of a sudden now they're fucking politicians, and now all of a sudden they have all these great ideas of how to change how to change this and how to change that and make it better. But behind closed doors, they're doing shit just for popularity and money.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck
Look
about
at
the
pirate
military.
guy,
They don't.
the pirate Navy.
They don't care, man. They
Listen,
don't give a
You
fuck.
talking to
you know what? If you want to know what the government's like behind closed doors, just watch House of Cards on Netflix. All right, watch white people drama. All right, literally, it is the callous of what it's like. It is political theater, and it's been going on since the fucking 60s. All right, back in the 50s, everybody hated every motherfucker. Right? There wasn't like it was working pretty flowy at the time. I mean, unless you're pro black people, then that didn't work in the 1950s. But
This man,
but
He's telling the truth,
you know,
though.
like, where do you think they
It's
eat
facts.
lunch? Like, where do you think these politicians eat lunch? And where do you think they make their deals? You think they just make it in their offices on the phone? No, they do it in person. All right, they don't want phone
All
calls.
of
They
them.
want records. They're literally sitting at the fucking cafeteria. Look up the fucking congressional cafeteria. Like they're sitting together, just chilling. But when it comes to politics, I would love to be a politician, right? But at the same time, you're not going to please everybody. But at the same time, if you're completely blind, be like, yo, I saw that fucking pirate Navy SEAL motherfucker hanging out with AOC the other day. I'm going to be fucking gossiping. I'm going to be a loud-ass gossip column. No one's going to want to work with me because that's the thing. We have a bunch of fucking Nancys in our fucking political drama right now. Only
Nancy Pelosi?
mouth motherfucker we
Oh,
got is the
God.
guy in the wheelchair. But even him, he's not spreading enough gossip about the House of Representatives. You know that little wheelchair kid, the
Yeah,
18-year-old.
he was in the military too.
Yeah,
wasn't
his
he?
wife is divorcing him because he's always fucking working. He's pretty busy.
But what is the? But my question is with Dan Crenshaw. Like you said, if you watch House of Cards, you totally see how, and that's what got me into paying attention to politics.
Yeah.
Is how that shit worked. How he moved from one spot to the next spot just by making sure motherfucker died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something else or another. But it's like, I expected two guys. You have Brian Mass, you have Dan Crenshaw, the dude that's in the wheelchair, and there's so many more. To include a person that we are constantly going at, it's so bad that I said that. Huh? To include a person that I'm going at, such as Ted Lieu, who over here on this side, he is still a Air Force reservist, which we all have our opinions about reservists in a sense. But he has now allowed veterans in the West LA area to, one, be homeless, and then say that he's giving them houses. And the housing that he's giving them doesn't have a bathroom, doesn't have a washroom, has them fucking stuck in something smaller than a prison cell. And it's like you have these guys and girls who run on their veteran status, but treats other vets like shit. And Zach, I can shoot you the information and show you these houses, bro.
I've never heard about that before, man.
Bro, it is absolutely insane. And there was a video. There's a march on, I want to say, coming up this month. I'm not sure. It's towards the end of the month. I don't want to necessarily put the dates out there because then that, let's just say somebody watches
Now,
it.
all right, they might not have a bathroom, but was there a hole for them to squat in?
No,
glory.
bro. There's
Glory
glory
If there was a
hole. This
hole to
motherfucker
squat in,
here.
I'd be like, all right.
Bro, no, there isn't. Prisoners, people in jail, people in prison have more space than what these men and women have.
I personally love prisoners, right, man? Because let me just tell you, hey, you want to do the service, you can serve your country and everything, but man, shit.
You fucking listen to this dude, bro.
All right, everyone's like, I'd rather have gone to jail instead of, joining the military. No, you wouldn't, motherfucker. I was locked up for 7 fucking days for an assault charge.
I was about to ask you, have you ever been locked up?
It is.
You just told me. What about you, Zach?
And it was
No, man.
county.
I don't got anything on my record at all, man. I actually
Right.
worked. I worked as a correctional officer at
Oh,
one point in
shit.
Get the
time.
fuck. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Time out. Time out. Now
Hold
I
up.
gotta hear this shit.
Yo,
I gotta
hide
hear
his
it.
face right now. Hide his face. He's had social media. That
So
man
I was
does not
Let me
actually
have
blow
so
you
death
up.
sentence.
I
He's a
actually
good
talked to I actually video with Warbear, and he just left my ass on read for like it was just chilling there like 2 days, and I messaged him, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got all these fucking people blowing me up of stupid shit."
Yeah.
And he finally read them. But yeah, I used to be a corrections officer in the county jail for a while, and then I actually became a sergeant, so I was in charge of the shift, afternoon shift, for a hot minute. I was only there for 2 years though. Like I was telling him that it's a very different governing body.
Oh yeah.
When I got out of the Marine Corps, I wanted to kind of find that camaraderie and find that sense of belonging, and everything that everybody wants to look for when they get out of the military. In the
Right.
first place, I thought that I was going to find that is working for, a law enforcement agency. That is the farthest
Yeah.
thing from the truth. I mean, I'm sure there's some agencies out there that, they breed, team team effort, camaraderie, blah blah blah, all that fancy shit. But in my case, my situation, my specific county, which I won't name, um, farthest from the truth. It's very simple. I fuck the other guy. Very self-centered. And it's just not what I wanted to be a part of. So
Right.
I exit stage left and got out of there. But yeah, man,
Thanks,
working in the jail
Obama.
was
Sorry.
very, very different. You meet a variety of different people from a variety of different ethnic, diverse backgrounds. And it's fucking crazy, man. Like I almost got stabbed one time with a spoon. Homeboy decided to flip it upside down. Like we just took him in. He was brought in for disorderly conduct. He was probably drunk and started a scene somewhere. They arrested him, brought him to jail. He was fine during his book-in process. Took him to a cell. It was after 10 o'clock, so they were locked down for the night. And then they
Mhm.
could come out of their cell in the morning, like 6 a.m. So took him to a cell. Uh, he was fine. Next thing you know, he's calling up to the panel, which is the operator that controls all the doors inside the facility. And he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm suicidal. I'm gonna kill myself." So we immediately go to a cell, check up on him. I'm by myself. So I was running midnight shift at that time. This was when we switched shifts. I wasn't on afternoon at this time. So it was
Yeah.
midnight shift. And so I go to his cell by myself. Well, the deputy that was with me, he knows of this guy, very familiar with him. He's a shitbag. Dude's a frequent flyer in the jail. Well, he's like, I'm gonna go get the restraint chair just in case if this guy gets a little froggy.
Running that.
I'm like, all right, no big deal. I'm 260 pounds. I'm not fear. What do I have the fucking fear?
How tall are you?
This
Right.
dude's like this dude was like 5'8", maybe 200 pounds soaking wet. I'm not worried. So
It sounds like he's over 6 feet, bro. He said 5'8". That motherfucker is 5'8". He's not worried.
How
Um,
Then
much is
Zach standing at what,
Grind?
6'2"?
I know he's over 6 foot.
no, I'm 5'11", man.
Son of a.
Get the
5'11".
fuck out of here,
Yeah, I'm only
You look
5'11".
so tall on Instagram. I look so short. This is bullshit.
So
bitch.
I'll wrap up the story real quick.
Go for it. No, tell it.
Okay. So I go to his cell. The lights are off at this point because the lights go off at a specific time. So I call up the panel before I have them pop the door. I'm like, go ahead and pop the lights, pop the door. They turn on the lights. They turn on the door. This dude Spartan kicks the fucking door open. I back up and get into like a southpaw stance. I'm like, what the fuck? I was surprised. Heart rate instantly starts
Yeah.
pumping. And this dude comes out, and I didn't notice at first what was in his hand because I was just like, I was just confused. Like I've never encountered something like this
It's
before.
fast.
So I kind of started laughing. He's
Yeah.
like, because I mean, it's just a shock, like what? And so he's like, I'm gonna slit your throat, motherfucker. I'm gonna kill you. Like just saying all these obscenities, all this absurd shit. And I just start laughing. I'm obviously at a far enough distance from him, but I'm just laughing
You're like,
because I was
Yeah.
just
do it.
I was absolutely perplexed at what the fuck this dude's talking about. He was fine during book-in, no issues at all, completely compliant, and then
That's about
now
prison,
this
man.
dude's
It scares the shit
completely
out of me.
180. So my first instinct was like, okay, this dude definitely took some drugs before he came here, and it's smacking right now. So So I'm sitting there talking to him. I'm like, hey man, I need you to drop the shank because I finally identified he has a shank because he started like waving it around and shit, poking around. And I'm like, hey, I need you to drop the shank. We are just so you know, all I have on me is a fucking pair of handcuffs. I have a radio. I have no taser. There are tasers in the facility, but they won't let you carry them. But here's the
Wait,
fucking fun. Oh, yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. Okay. Oh, but all right. So are you? Because what I'm seeing right now, and we're gonna talk about this after that, is have you ever seen the show 60 Days In?
Yeah, I love that show, man.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Is it like that situation? It is. So are you a part of is this a county or are you part of a private? Okay. All right. Go ahead.
This is a local county sheriff's office, local county jail.
That.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So all we have in this county, this little one horse town county, is I got a pair of fucking handcuffs. I have a radio. We are taser qualified, but we only have 2 tasers in the facility, and they're in 2 completely separate places of the fucking facility. Makes zero strategical fucking sense at all. And I brought this to their attention.
We'll be safe.
They're so stupid. Like they're so fucking stupid, man. I brought this to their attention, and they're like, "Oh, we don't want any negligent discharges." Motherfucker, they're certified.
It's a taser. What
it's a non-lethal fucking weapon. You're not going to kill. I mean, you could if you shoot it too close,
right.
shoot it in the eye or something like that.
I don't care who I shot him in the dick. That's why I got fired.
Shot him in the dick.
But anyway, I'll wrap this story up. So I don't have shit. I have some dumbass McMap skills from the Marine Corps that I done fucking forgot about, and I was a black belt. Like I done forgot all that stupid ass shit because it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like if you pull up to someone with some McMap shit trying to do a front kick, you're going to get your shit stomped in. Like that does not work in a real brawl.
Right.
So I'm sitting there in my southpaw stance trying to like calm this dude down, and he starts taking a swing. So I let him take 2 swings and he missed both times, and I tried to grab his arm. I'm fat and I'm slow at this time, so I'm not catching homeboy. Well, finally my dude gets up there. I hear him out the back of his mouth. He said, "What the fuck?" So he runs up the stairs, and then finally the dude drops we get side by side and we're looking at this guy. And he finally throws the shank down, the spoon that he had sharpened in the cell, which it was actually a pretty decent point. Like he could have punctured if he would have put some force behind it.
Fucking junkies.
Yeah. And we have no vests, none. I have like a fucking little cotton uniform shirt.
Ooh, yeah.
And so he drops it, and we're like, okay. So he grabs one arm, I grab the other arm. We're gonna handcuff this guy, bring him up front, so we can keep eyes on him, put him in a suicidal gown, and make sure we put him on some type of watches throughout the remainder of the night.
You give him the netting for his face.
No, it's a. You've probably seen it on like TV before. It's like a one type full suit. It keeps it. No, it doesn't. They can still move their arms around. It prevents them from like asphyxiating themselves or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they're all watches, so they're being constantly observed throughout the night.
I mean, I'd be the worst fucking prison guard ever. I'd be like, this motherfucker spit on me. You get no food, 3 days.
Bro, I'm letting the bitch die. If he want to commit suicide, then bye, mother. See you later. Die, hurry up and do it so I can leave.
The only prison guard I didn't like.
As much as I would say, some people definitely, me personally, if you want to fucking end yourself, do it. I don't give a fuck. But when I'm working for an agency, obviously I have to follow policy and procedure. I'm going to make sure this guy's fucking safe and get his day in court. Because maybe he's not in my right mental health at that time.
Yeah, these people
I get that.
So mental health and everything were like the ones that are like, those shitty Joes that used to get, and you're like, you know what? I hope he fucking kills himself. I'm like, I know who to speak. I was like, this one guy I know. It was in my company. I was like, bro, if you put up 22 a day, I'm going to fucking murder you. I'm going to fucking murder you. You were literally telling all the Joes outside their door, kill yourself. Kill yourself before the MPs get.
It's literally promoting suicide.
I was agreeing with them. I was like, he should kill.
Hold on. You're saying that the 22 a day is promoting suicide?
No. So let me rephrase that before people start hounding my ass.
Oh no,
okay,
don't worry.
So I think the initial thought process behind 22, I think as far as structurally, it makes sense. The problem is too many people take that and they use it as they get tattoos and they get all this shit and they promote it too fucking much, and it dilutes the purpose of the whole fucking idea. So it goes from becoming trying to spread suicide awareness to, hey, look at me, I'm fucking popular, I'm a part of a fucking culture. You're diluting what it originally started as.
Remember what I said, Jay, before? White people ruining shit? White people ruin
White people
shit
do
all the
ruin.
time, man.
I love my wife is white. Don't get me wrong, but I really
They
feel like
go the extra mile with shit, and then they ruin it. Look,
well, I mean,
Thrills by Nelly was a fucking fire song, and then they played it all the time, and that's it. It's gone, done.
But then if you go to my point, as being I'll say I'm black as fuck. But let's just be honest. Look at what last summer was when you had everybody. You had more white people out there running around.
Oh, George Floyd,
setting fires of shit.
My favorite
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
For the Black Lives Matter thing.
For the Black Lives Matter thing.
With our Ferguson.
Yes, but then if you go back and you look at it, and I think we talked about this before, is that Malcolm X simply told white liberals that he didn't want them to be a part of that shit because they came, they would fuck shit up, and then they would leave, whereas we had to stay and live in that community after.
Enjoy your shithole. We saved you.
And who is the governing body going to blame?
White.
Everybody blame black folks the whole time.
They're going to blame, and so you got a bunch of white people, right? And they're like, because if you look at like some of the photos that were posted from the riots and shit that were going on during that time frame, you got a lot of white people holding signs saying Black Lives Matter, blah 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 blah.
And then they're like, "Yo, we're getting shot at." Yo,
but when shit pops off, they're nowhere to be found. They ain't supporting.
Kyle saves the day.
Kyle saves the day.
Again, going back to what I said about diluting the whole idea behind shit. It's popular. It's the fucking main attraction, and they're there, and they're trying to be a part of a movement that they ain't got a fucking business belonging to. Like, you're not a fucking oppressed. You're not the ones being stereotyped and segregated and all this stupid ass shit, which a lot of it is kind of blown out of proportion. I will say that.
There's white people in these ghettos too, and you gotta watch out for the violent white people in a black neighborhood, all right? Because them motherfuckers had a lot of proven ground. If I see a gang, especially from Philadelphia, you see a gang of black people, you see that one white guy in there, you're like, oh shit. He's a shooter. Dangerous motherfucker in that group.
Because you didn't know what he had to do to earn the respect of those other people.
Yeah,
exactly. Because he had to prove his ground just to be around them. So you don't want to know
territory.
Exactly.
Like, shit, I'll strangle a man, but like I ain't robbing a bank. That's too far. I'll strangle maybe a crackhead down the street. They're done. Once you have crack, you're done. That's the only reason crack is over. People dead.
Crack people. The crackheads are dead. Some of them are still dead.
But not like it used to be.
Exactly.
Good days in the 1990s. Remember when they had golden rims and shotgun drive-bys and carjackings that were every day?
Bro, but that shit ain't even a thing anymore because it's like
21 years
except for
instant if you do an armed carjacking in California.
You want to know
real quick?
You want to know what's crazy? But see, the problem is with that, Bear, is that in LA right now, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
And you don't go to jail for that shit.
Instant.
And then they took and they took bail away. So let's just say you end up getting hooked. And if somebody listens to this and I'm wrong, but if you get hooked, they take you to jail. All they do is process you and you're out.
Take your fingerprint.
So it's just a basic fingerprint, get your information. You'll
then
probably
they give
get
you
a court
date,
notice.
and you're like, you had to be there if you need a lawyer.
Yes, because
it's a mini book. It's not a full book.
Bing bang.
It's not a full. The thing is because the district attorney put out there that they are not going to prosecute if it's less than $950, and even if there is an assault or anything with a firearm, whatever the fuck, you got to be damn near a mass murderer.
Where is this at?
Bro, in L.A. Yeah, look it up.
Let's go shopping. We'll go shopping.
Bro, on some real shit, I thought about going to go get me a PlayStation 5 for my son, bro.
Hard times out here for
chicken sandwiches and waffle fries.
Some waffle fries for free. I ain't got no money.
Yo, but just don't rob a Chick-fil-A, all right? Those Christians will come after you hardcore. They will dock you.
With the quickness.
Wait, what did I say
Everything.
again? Okie dokie Dark Daddy. That's what your nickname is.
Okie dokie Dark Daddy.
Dark Daddy.
He does.
That's-
I text him weird.
Bro, I'm gonna put that on the shirt. He texts me weird
Dark
stuff. I'm
Daddy.
sorry. He didn't respond to you,
Yeah,
Zach.
Yeah,
but
he ignores
Man, I had
me a lot.
I had to message so many fucking people. I feel like either I'm like that creepy Indian guy, like trying to send DMs to white girls in America. You know, I feel like that's how many DMs I'm like throwing out here. I'm like,
Oh, I'm sure.
I feel like
So my biggest. All right. So this doesn't go necessarily to
China?
you, Zach. No, we're not going back to China. At the end of the day,
Poor little
At the end of
China
that-
boy.
poor little China boy. I'd be like, fuck China.
year and a
But
half.
my
boys.
biggest, bro, hold on. I just looked at this shit. It said that the George Floyd protests property damage 550 million in Minneapolis.
Yo, first of all,
14,000 plus
Minneapolis.
arrested. Yeah, fuck Minneapolis altogether. I don't care who hears this. I had a homeboy that I was cool with,
That shit was
and he was
ridiculous.
from Minneapolis, and he totally flipped the script on me. And this is for like another offline conversation. But he was a fellow Marine, and he completely like changed. And I'm just like, are you the same person that I saw in the strip club, fucking snorting lines of coke? Like,
I have to
how dare you
wanna
sit
do
here
it
and
on
point
your
the finger?
podcast.
But I don't want you to do it. But I want to talk about the mental health, because we got to keep it. You know what I mean?
All right,
But I
I'll
wanna
give you
talk
the
about
mental
the-
health low down here.
No. Hold on, Bear.
Give me the mic.
All right, you got it. Go, bro. You got it.
Man. What people don't really understand. Like, call your bros, right? But what if it's like 3 a.m.? All right, you gotta
Thank you.
realize your bros are literally fucking sleeping, banging,
Sound asleep.
doing their own thing. They don't always want to hear some mopey motherfucker talking. Like, you know what it is?
Right.
You know what it is for me? You know, it's like late at night, right? Or even in the afternoon. Got nothing going on, right? You're just sitting there watching some TV. You hear an overhead airplane going off, just woo. It just feels so alone, like you're isolated. Or you hear a bunch of cars passing on by. If you live in the city, you're like, man, I feel so alone. Remember the movie Big?
Get on the hub.
Remember that? Where he's just like chilling in his little get up, fucking ghetto ass place, and you just like feel so alone. You're like, bro, that's depressing. You can only watch so many fucking movies. People got to fucking go up to TV shows. But anyways, listen,
Right.
I feel alone quite a bit from time to time. You know, like Kelly's working full-time shift or whatever. I'm fucking just chilling there, trying to make content, trying to busy my mind. But sometimes I'm just sitting there and I feel horribly alone. And at that point, it's like 4 a.m. I'm not going to call my bros at 4 a.m. regardless if they're like, yo, hit me up anytime. I'm like, no. Because they're going to be like, hello, what's up?
Yeah.
And you're like,
And
I
a
feel,
cranky voice.
what's wrong? No, nothing. Go back to bed. They're like, oh, bro, what's going on? And it's just like a constant shit. You got to realize, got to busy yourself. So for the people that can't do drugs, I don't really know how to help you because, like, if just spark up a little bit, throw on some South Park, maybe jerk off, and go to fucking bed and wait out that little bit of time. Then you're going to see, that's the problem. People are like, get off of social media. Bro, that's the only thing that's like keeping us alive right now. Fucking seeing funny shit, memes, trolling, dirty fucking Jews talking shit to fucking some top-notch
Yes, sir.
company, doing weird shit, wearing his underwear. You're like, that's the thing. That's what I do. I am not going to save everybody, but I am going to entertain the shit out of you with some dark fucking humor. That's why I have a Telegram, because it's literally 666 people.
It's fucking dark.
Number, by the way. I have throwing up execution videos, Hitler memes, fucking racist shit, and it's coming from black people too. You people have the most racist shit secretly in your little fucking phones, I found out.
But they say that we can't be racist, though, but we
racist, most racist motherfuckers I've ever seen. I literally went to class and like, oh, look at this white boy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like the one black kid in the class calling me out for being a white kid. I was like, oh, I could just turn this around real quick. I was a little bitch at the time. But anyway, like this dude straight up like expelled 3 times like me, but this motherfucker like stabbed someone. I'm like, nah, I ain't ever seen that. Right? He's gonna stab you with a number 2 pencil. But anyways, it's just like there's certain times where no one's gonna be around, right?
Yeah.
And people have to realize you have to just suck it up. You have to put it in your brain that you're gonna have some shitty, lonely fucking days, but it'll go on. But what people are literally spewing out left and right, it's like, call your homies, which I agree.
It's not always like that.
It's not always like
Yeah.
that. And like what I like about Kaz is he's like, got to hold yourself accountable. Feeling alone,
Absolutely.
fix that shit. Because it's not always gonna fucking work. It's not a Hollywood movie.
You got to find something that works for you.
Yeah, making suicide awareness like a theatrical fucking shit. No, it's depressing. It's lonely. You literally reflect on yourself. You shit on yourself. You literally feel like you're never going to find love or whatever the fuck. Then you start drinking and everything like that. Like, you can drink.
That's the issue.
Like,
That's
there
what
is
happens.
like, you know, you got to quit drinking. I tell people, lay off the fucking drinking full time, bro. If you're busting out fucking bottles or like even a bottle a week, I don't know, man. If you're like sitting at like Jay over here, setting a nice glass, like you know what white people do, or rich white people, like British white people, they have like a giant ice cube. They're sitting there contemplating. That's
you know,
fine.
but you know what I do, Bear, is that I know you mentioned the drinking. When it comes down to me and drinking, I drink because I actually enjoy the taste of a good whiskey.
That's fine.
And when I sit here, when I'm chopping it up with you guys and I'm carrying on, it's like it's a casual, relaxed environment where if I had a cigar with my whiskey, I would sit here and enjoy that.
Yeah, see, that's nice.
Delicious.
Exactly.
I think,
but when it comes down to people wanting to drink because they want to forget or they make it think that it makes them feel better, it fucking doesn't. It makes it 15 times worse.
It fucks with your dick.
It's a temporary solution to a long-term problem.
You're unappealing, then you want to kill yourself. If your dick don't work, if you're doing everything to contribute to your dick
don't work, take some Cialis.
You're fucking yourself without even fucking yourself.
Bro, I actually, the VA actually ended up giving me some Viagra one time.
Hell yeah, those are fun. Me and Kelly did the Viagra.
I'll tell you a secret.
Because we found one.
Give me the secret. Hold on.
You don't even need.
I felt like this.
I'll tell you the lowdown.
Strong.
So there's these things called peptides.
Yeah.
Okay. They're research chemicals, right?
I like chemicals.
They're research chemicals. They are created by licensed pharmacists.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. However, they put on the disclaimer like not for human consumption. It's the same shit. So I've experimented with both Cialis and Viagra.
Okay.
So one's called Sildenafil, and I forget what the other one's called. They're like the generic version of like Sildenafil is what I experimented with, and that is the generic version of Viagra.
Right.
They come in 25 milligram tablets.
Mm-hmm.
I popped 2 of those motherfuckers.
Hold on. I know who you ordered from, bro.
Man's gonna get a heart attack.
I'm not gonna say the name. I'll text it to you, but I won't say the name because honestly, I love this site and I don't want to get it shut down by some like stupid ass fuckboy who just doesn't want to see good things
People
happen.
having boners and shit like that. Where the fuck did he go? Did he have to go pee?
I think so.
His bladder's all fucked up. He ain't gonna lie to us. He's not gonna keep that. He's like
Let's
Tom
hear more
Hanks.
about these China boys while he's gone.
Yeah. Oh, fucking China, man. All right. If you look at a map right now, right, their biggest competition right now, and the only stronghold that we have deflecting China right now is fucking India. We want India with all the fucking nukes in the world. All right. And if you look to the left of China, you got Kazakhstan. Look at Kazakhstan right now, right? And you got fucking Russia right on top of Kazakhstan. And if you see Russia's going into Kazakhstan right now to reestablish order. Now, if they do that, they got more boots on the ground there. Now, if you got Kazakhstan right there, you got Iran right across there. Turkmenistan. You got Uzbekistan.
All right,
you got all those. They're all communists. So if you got that whole trailway from Iran to
Kyrgyzstan and
Iraq right now,
Kyrgyzstan.
China is giving 1,000 schools to Iraq right now. Big news. And then you got Syria. So you got a whole chain of supply roads going through the whole Soviet, China, communism route. It's huge. So if they have that, it's literally one side of the world versus the next. And Ethiopia right now is doing some fuckboy shit. I'm not going to lie. Like, I love my black Jews, but they're doing some murdering right now.
Bro, you want to know us? I caught the tail end of it, and you were right, Zach. I wasn't gonna go get and put that information out there.
Yeah.
But The crazy part of when it comes down to China, China is now playing that power move because we've given them all of our fucking money.
Always.
We've given them every dime that we've had, and it has put us. We're not last. We're never going to play that last role, but they've gained the trust of our allies where we've lost that trust because we've lost like so much respect. With what Bear just said, the 1,000 schools in Iraq, we fucked Iraq up. Like there's no hiding that shit.
Proudly.
Yeah.
All right. You want one dictator? You gone? Well, you got to deal with another motherfucker.
But this motherfucker's stupid. But they've given them 1,000 fucking schools after we've spent so much time destroying schools.
And they know that they don't care about anything else. All they're going to do is literally spoil the child of Iraq and just give them shit without even like boots on the ground. All they're going to do is construct the fucking buildings, give them more shit, pave the roads, and then when shit goes down, they're going to full on burst through that fucking country overnight. And they're going to take hold, and they're going to be literally like, oh, no, they're friendly. They're just passing through. Because if you go through Iraq, you go through Iran. Then you got fucking Turkey. Turkey is going to deflect easily from the fucking NATO in a second because they are about to be overtaken by the people. It's shit right now in Turkey. No one's covering Turkey right now.
So my question to you guys is how much do you feel like, or where do you think we stand as some people have labeled it as a Cold War between us,
man, we never got done
China?
Cold War.
In China?
And China, us, Russia, and China.
I think from a strategical standpoint.
It's not even Russia anymore, man.
Or more even like a logistical standpoint. I don't think that there's so many fucking people in China. And they have so many fucking people. The problem is I think eventually they'll die out from their own supply chain because they don't have enough sustainability to last a full war.
Remember, we were selling.
Right. They don't.
You know what I mean? Like they initially, I think they could potentially cause quite a bit of damage. But I think as far as a longevity, like a progressive, a length of period of time, I don't think they can fucking hang. And I mean, obviously, tactically they can't fucking hang. But I mean, it's 2022. They got the same shit we got. Like they're, you know what I mean?
They did the
way they use it
test, compared to China versus the U.S. So New York City would be destroyed overnight, which I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, they would absolutely fuck
LA,
shit up initially.
Yeah, they would have their boats
no
in
doubt.
LA. Texas would do fine, but our all coastal line would be pretty much fucked up.
Yeah, the coast would be fucked.
Because that's the beauty of the countryside. Like I don't reiterate this enough. We need the country folk like no other because that'll be our sustainability for law and order like nobody's business. It ain't going to be East Coast. It ain't going to be West Coast. It's going to be the fucking middle of our country is going to hold the line of fucking power in this country. People don't realize.
They're good old boys.
They're good old boys. You're damn right about that.
But I'll send you some videos, but it shows like what Taiwan has. Taiwan will fuck up China. But at the same time, China will fuck up Taiwan over time because their if you look at Taiwan, getting into that country is impossible. Literally, it's just fucking mountains. Think of it like a butthole, right? But a deep butthole. And the sides of the butthole
It's fucking analogies.
Mountains, right?
I love them, bro.
It's hard to even trek up there with vehicles and shit. They will have to use airplanes like nobody's business. They'll use boats and everything to put troops on the ground, but it's straight out of D-Day, but on steroids. And so Taiwan is old school. So what they have is the Stinger missiles, the heat-guided missiles, the whole 9 yards. They literally have overwhelming power, but those things run out after a while. Then that's where China will come into play. They have what was it? I think it was 32 billion compared to Taiwan's like 8 billion a year. But Taiwan has ballistic missiles just like China. If China invaded or tried to fire at Taiwan, China would get taken out Hong Kong overnight. There would be I can't say the name, but there would be like I can't say the name. So I'm not even gonna try.
You want to know what's fucked up real quick?
They have a full Navy too.
They do.
Like,
but
we're
as
forgetting
you're sitting here, As you're sitting here, well, they would take the fight to the
All
fucking
it is
sea
transfer.
first.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
But you,
Nukes.
but as you're sitting here and you're talking about Taiwan, and you remember when fucking John Cena, goddamn China John,
Yo, look,
was making the
I
comment.
hate John Cena so much. Talk about dad issues.
But you're this motherfucker. But you look at, you Google it. If you Google Taiwan layout, it is instantly like Google has bowed down to it, and they call it a Republic of China. Instantly.
Apple literally banked $285 billion with a contract with China under the radar that got fucking leaked.
Get the fuck out.
$285 billion motherfucking dollars.
Okay, that's the difference.
Tim Cook is a cunt.
And they make everything.
Apple,
They're a fucking
you're a
superpower. They're a manufacturing. They are a manufacturing superpower, and we allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And so when shit gets sour, we're like, how can this happen? How can a superstructure just cause all this economic grief? Because
they don't have Orange Guy in power. Orange Guy was like, yo, fuck you. We're gonna do tariffs on you too. That's all it is. Literally, if fucking Kevin Hart was spiteful, that's Trump. He's like, fuck you. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't give a fuck about your tariff.
Loved it.
I'll tariff you.
Fucking loved it.
He's a spiteful black man hidden in an orange white guy body. That's like 6 foot. So fucking tall. You know, symbolic leadership. I want a tall motherfucker. I don't want Mattis's little 5 foot
just power.
ass.
Hold on. Okay, that's where I was headed next.
Mattis, that little nerd.
Yeah, that's where I was headed next, bro.
It's mad.
Because I wanted to talk about him. Me personally, he was once upon a time someone that I looked up to. But as these stories started coming out, I was low key like, fuck this dude.
Milking his dick just
No. Time out. I was in just as you were, because you were in Iraq, this motherfucker. I was in just as you were during Mattis's time frame, during Mattis's the whole OIF, the insurgency. My dad, the Mad Dog. Exactly. So it's like when people talked about Mattis then, this was before social media. Like Facebook was around, but it wasn't as big as it is right now, nor was there Instagram or Twitter. So all we heard was shit from Marines coming back from Iraq about how cool Mattis was and what he did.
Taking out two generals off of the fucking battlefield. Like, fucked up. Yeah. You out.
Well, that shit wasn't out yet, though, dog. Like, nobody knew that. It was all, as they called, the whole bum scoop from the Lance Corporal Underground and stuff like that. Everybody swore up and down just because he was standing up on the bridge and rounds were passing him, that they thought that he was a god, and people put him on this pedestal. You know what I mean?
The fucking trajectory distance of a fucking round, and you'd be like, nah, never mind. If he got shot, he'd be fine. You'd be like, nah, I know where you're doing it. It's like, what is it, 2,000 meters away from enemy fire, but there's still like rounds plopping by. You're like, hold up. I've seen this Judge Dredd.
Holy shit, he was in from 69 to 2013.
Yeah, man, he was in there for a long-ass time. That nerdy bitch.
He was in for a very long time, and he
fell in love with his own legend. That's what I think happened, honestly. Knees deep, dick down. After fucking George Bush, man, he went in fucking intelligence committees left and right. He got fired by Obama. He got fired by Trump, regardless of what his resignation bullshit. He fell in love. Listen, we had to take shit left and right? We like outspoken individuals. Okay, cool. Well, there's Trump. He'll say whatever the fuck he wants. I don't care if he's pro-vaccine. I don't give a fuck. It's politics, right? But fucking Mattis doing his own shit. It's like, no, I'm leaving. All right, you're leaving fucking your troops behind because you can't fucking be told what to do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so you're going to have some pogo dick motherfucker taking the place and going to literally look what we have right now, right? I think Mattis failed his troops like to no end, right? You want us to go into battle? You want us to take that fucking city down? Absolutely. Unarmored Humvees, fucking IEDs left and right. But if you can't take it when a politician gives you some grief, fuck you. You're a pussy. Because when mommy and daddy tell you what to do, you fucking throw a temper tantrum and get fired instead of just holding your breath so you can make sure that your troops get everything that they need in the long end. Fuck you. You can read all the Sun Tzu books, motherfucker, like he fucking gloats about all the time. I read a book a week. Well, fucking read this book, motherfucker. Be patient, be violent. Don't fuck it up for the rest of your homies. And he fucked us. So he's a proxy war whore. That's what Trump didn't want. He was like, no, fuck that. We're pulling out. Get the fuck out. We're not doing any side CIA shit. Fuck the spooks. We're out.
Yeah.
So all right. So
which
I'm
is what we
should.
should.
Sorry. When
no. I'm gonna throw. It's okay. I got one too.
It's smacking right now.
He is, and I love it. But I'm gonna throw this in there. So when Mattis was relieved or fired by Obama back in 2014,
he was fired.
Because he was fired. And this is back when I went to the wonderful land of Israel during that time frame. But hold on. Give me a second. Do you feel like if they would have listened to Mattis then, would that have paused the situation with ISIS taking over certain positions in Iraq?
No, he literally full on. He literally thought the war on terror was never going to end. Right? He had no faith. He said that you have to keep going and going and going and push them out. Keep fucking taking over. Keep fighting off any enemy that comes our way. Well, dude, we got a fucking budget per year. I can't even fucking shoot in fucking, Garrison. Why the fuck are we pushing these fucking areas, getting more motherfuckers killed, regardless of his strategy and war strategy? Bro, we need to chill. All right? Like, you're spewing out troops left and right. You're going to have a bunch of fuck-ups. Look what we got now. You think if Mattis is still in charge right now, we'd be having LGBT flags being droped up, fucking gays executed left and right, captured by ISIS. All right, I'm sorry, but Mattis these days ain't gonna help shit. We are downsized. We are fucked. Morale is gone. And Mattis himself coming back and literally punching a bunch of top brass in the face ain't gonna solve our morale. It's done.
No.
The military morale is so gone right now. I don't think it'll ever come back.
Well,
there's
I heard
zero faith and confidence in the senior leadership. Period.
Literally,
and honestly, the biggest
now. It used to be top brass.
The biggest fucking takeaway from all this is the again going back to the absolute abortion of a withdrawal out of Afghanistan.
Yeah,
it happened too fucking fast.
Yeah,
like the decentralization of the entire Afghan National Army. Like they knew it was happening. Central Intelligence Agency knew that they were deteriorating. And they sat on it, and they fucking sat on it, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And here we are, pulling out, and we got the same fucking people that we've been fighting for, this many length of years, and they're on the outer fucking cordon. Like, imagine this is the fucked up shit about this thing. God. Imagine being some little boot PFC, right? Fresh out of fucking boot camp. Fresh out of SOI, just hit the fucking fleet, was told, hey, dumbass, you're going to Afghanistan. There's no offensive operations. It's literally holding a defensive perimeter and getting all these fucking people out of there. Okay, cool. We're securing an airfield. Great. Well, we had 2 strategic airfields, and we shut down the biggest fucking strategic airfield. So now we only have 1 airfield. Like, who the fuck does that? And who sat there and think, okay, let's go. Let's take 2 strategical air bases and cut it down to 1 strategic air base. And then we're on a fucking time schedule too, because we wrote a fucking an agreement with the Taliban that we're going to be out of the country no later than this date. And then so we have a limited amount of time, and now we're working with minimal resources to do such.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was zero fucking faith. Zero faith in the leadership. But going back to that little boot PFC, imagine going through SOI and shooting targetry of Taliban, right? Of these fucking Durkas with an AK-47 looking like a dumbass, and shooting these targets, and then getting over in that country, and the same fucking people that they are teaching you how to kill day in and day out are the same fucking people that you're like literally 10 fucking meters away from, and they're holding security with you.
Bro, remember they were giving guns
right
10 meters away from the Taliban to little kids, the Marine guys?
Yes.
Yo.
Like and like put yourself in those shoes, like and then the fucking oh goddamn, and then the shit happens where we lost those Marines, rest their souls, and being those same PFCs dealing with that bullshit, like they are going to need some serious fucking help when
No,
they
they're gonna
return.
fucking
And
hump themselves like no other, man.
Zach, big
It
dog,
pisses me
big
off,
dog.
man. It pisses me off.
Yo, cool
We
cool
had
your
hold
tattoo
on.
muscles, Mister Trend Man.
It's
But
anno-
listen,
That's
Zach.
why there's no faith.
I told you yesterday. I didn't want you to go to that place, bro. So I'm gonna keep you from going to that
Pump
place.
the brakes, Sparky.
But-
Pump the brakes.
But the whole. I totally understand where you're coming from. That whole entire situation. I've been in contact with a doc, Corman, and another individual who is injured by that situation, and trying to coordinate, just as we had conversations about just a second ago, the phone calls and calling me and picking up the phone and calling Battle Buddy, whatever the case may be. I've been reaching out to them and just trying to make sure that everybody's good. As well as I know Bear knows Kaz has been doing the same thing with Raid Team. And
Yeah, that's a
that's
good guy.
where
He does a lot.
100 Kaz is 100%
I like him.
someone who I actually look up to. And that is one of the reasons why I've been moving more into philanthropy and trying to that's where I set out with all of this, with everything that I'm doing right now that you see. That's where I set out. But once I saw that Kaz was out there doing it, I was like, oh shit, it's another black man. But at the same time,
Don't worry.
yeah, but at the same time, I was like, I can look at what he's doing and not necessarily piggyback from it, but learn and try, and what he's not covering, I can try and cover that portion, and then at some point in time meet in the middle.
Well, like, I mean, that's what I tell people all the time. Like, if you got a bunch of followers on your Instagram, use that shit. Like, listen, I tell everybody that has shit, even 5K or more followers, use your fucking influence to raise awareness for shit that's going down. That's why I have Warbird Network News, just in case, so I can have another account just in case it gets shut down. I can literally post whatever the fuck I want on there. Just educate people, let them know what's going on. If you need like fucking protest backup, or there's a gun fucking whatever fucking protest going on in Congress, shoot that fucking directions, address, time, dates, everything. People are literally sitting on their ass right now with these causes. They're just resharing fucking information and not doing anything, not putting themselves out there, not telling to get people to get together. Like, you're doing, or Kaz is doing.
But my question to that, I'm gonna hit one more real quick, is that do you feel like, and this is a fucking Hail Mary for both of y'all, do you feel like civilians such as certain people who have 100,000+ followers on Instagram should take the time to, 1, support, 2, pay homage, and 3, I guess once again, support the military community for what they have? Like everybody who's running around here with the tactical disc and the kit and the helmet and the NVGs and the nods, should they be out there supporting veterans as well?
No.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm honestly like,
I don't think so.
I'm just gonna be
Again, going
honest.
back to the dilution piece. Like
we're milking the veteran thing.
Yeah.
I joined for me. I joined to kill. I joined to fuck shit up. I joined to be a man.
Dude.
That is it. That is fucking it. Sure, serve my country, absolutely. Not why I fucking did it. I didn't tell my drill sergeant that. I said I wanted to fucking kill people and be useful.
Uh-huh.
And he liked that answer. Above all, fucking serving my country, doing it for college. I literally gave up a full ride to Penn State for computer engineering to get my dick wet in fucking violence. All right? I didn't like who I was. I wanted to be baptized. Colonel Custer, man. Dude. I wanted to slaughter. But
I told my recruiter I wanted to blow shit up, and I mean, he hooked me up with that.
I'm glad you didn't end up like Hurt Locker.
When I signed,
fuck that. No.
Except for the environmental antics, though, like that was going on, like the little portions of like what Iraq was like, even though it was made in Morocco. It was like that shit was like on point. Fucking legless cat and shit.
Zach, look at that fucking smile right there. Like he is happy to talk about
So-
that.
Oh yeah.
Because it's funny that he mentioned that, because my recruiter, I met him in the cafeteria in my high school, and
Yeah.
I was going to join the army, but the fucking army was late. They didn't show up. That dude, I texted, he gave me his number and he said, "Hey, I'm going to be here at this time," and he wasn't fucking there. But you know who was there? The Marine was there. His name was
Yeah.
Staff Sergeant Fiscus.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it comes down to like figuring out your jobs and shit. He's like, they give you your typical spiel, like, pick 3 things out of these categories. I'm sure you had the same thing. Pick 3 things, and I picked see the world, financial security, because I grew up poor, and then see the world. Those are my 3 things that I picked. And then they came down to picking my job, and he's like, "So what do you want to do?" I'm like, "I want to be in the infantry." He's like, and he's kind of chuckled. He's like, because this was back in 2010. It was kind of hot. And he's like, "Why do you want to be in the infantry?" I'm like, "Listen, man, I had a horrible childhood, and I kind of want to take my aggression out overseas." And he laughed, because he was an 0331. He was a machine gunner, and he had already been in, he done got the T-shirt from over in Iraq, and he done did that whole thing, and he came back, so he laughed, and then he gave me the whole spiel like, "Oh, we don't have any open slots right now," and I'm like, "Okay, then I'm gonna bounce and go talk to the Army recruiter." He was like, "All right, hold on. Dude, literally a week later, he called me. He said, "How quick can you go to boot camp?" I said, "Whenever." He said, "How about next Saturday?" It was like Thursday. I'm like, "Bet." And that's how it started, man.
Look at this guy. He's about and the fire horizon.
I got a nice,
but you know what, bro?
ASVAB, and I ended up going 11B, bro.
Yeah, that too. And then I had a shit ass ASVAB.
The funny
I'm a
thing
dumbass,
is, wouldn't
like,
take me.
academically.
Like, no, you're too fat. I was like, I can lose it. They're like, no, I don't have any faith. And I was like, all right, motherfucker. I'm like, all right. Drop the weight. I dropped over, what was it, about almost 60 pounds in a month and a half. I fucking only ate like maybe 500 calories a day. Only ate the little chicken bits and drink a lot of water. I did the was a Kristen Bale diet, like no food, cardio, fucking working out a little bit. Dropped all the weight. They tested me for crack cocaine because they thought I was a drug addict somehow. I was like, all right. And then the Army was like, all right, you're good to go. And I was all right. I was like, okay. I went down the hall to the Marine recruiter. I was like, fuck you, dude. I'm skinny now. Out.
Bro, so my story, I ended up losing 100 pounds. I was 320 and dropped down to 220. Yep, I lost. This was, I was already, 2 years into college.
You better post a picture of you when you're fat.
Yeah, I got to see this. I got to see this.
All right.
See fat
I'll post it. I'll post it tonight.
Posting fat pictures around here.
Nah, bro. I'll post it. So I ended up, my whole entire goal was to go into the Marine Corps. But I wanted to either try college first to get them college credits so I could have a decent rank when I got out of boot camp, or just basic PFC, right? So then I got tired of fucking college, and I was just like, I'm gonna lose weight. And I went and ran 1.5 miles, just did nothing but straight cardio, basically the same thing that you did, but I sucked at fucking pull-ups. Worked my ass off. This was back during my time frame. They were allowing you to go in with the IST, the initial
strength assessment,
strength test. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So they allowed you to do just one pull-up because they needed motherfuckers to get to Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I didn't even get to go in there at that time. My time was Afghanistan. I didn't even get to do Iraq. So it was like, we had, because the schoolhouse was so full, I was a radio operator, so as y'all would like to consider us as POs.
Hey, we need you. Hey, I don't give a fuck. We need you guys. Period.
Right. So I ended up, at that point in time, it took me a year, but I ended up dropping 100 pounds just because I wanted to blow shit up. My dad was OIF 1, and my whole time while he was in Iraq for the whole year, as the initial invasion, was if something happens to him, how will I be able to get some get back? I was like, I don't give a fuck if he gets shot, blown up, killed, whatever the fuck. Who do I need to go see for my respect? Look at this motherfucker yawning, dog. So disrespectful.
Hey man, I'm unemployed. Leave me the fuck alone.
Bitch, you should have plenty of energy then.
Right.
Oh man.
But that's where I was at with it, bro. And it's like now I see people going in, they don't have that same mindset. They don't seem to understand
Well, it's peacetime.
that. Well, when you go into the Marine Corps, you're supposed to look at all that weed.
That's Reg. Don't let him fool you. It's probably all Reg.
Hey, watch it, white boy. They can't smoke weed. Watch your tongue.
He got a whole. That was a whole lot of shake in that bag, dog. What's going on? Where the bud at? But see, that was my whole thing, is that I wanted to go in and blow shit up, get some get back from my pops if anything ever happened to him. Now it's these younger folks who are going in and they're like, nah, you got to respect my motherfucking pronouns, you racist,
The fuck
fuck
outta
all
here.
of that shit. Like all of that shit. Yo, hold on. Have you noticed that his hat says intercourse?
Yeah.
No, I did not. And it's got an
Yes,
Amish,
it's
it's got an
Pennsylvania,
Amish
baby.
buggy and horse on it.
Give
Yeah.
me this hat. Like she literally, I came home last year for the holidays. First off,
It
I
does
started
say
losing my
intercourse.
hair because I hate like where I live and how I grew up.
Yeah.
So I started losing my hair. Anyways, she comes home from her like hanging out with her friend. She ended up in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Buys me a hat,
Get
and I'm
the
like,
fuck
"Thanks,
outta
mom."
here.
And then I wear the hat once. I'm like, "This hat fucks." Not because it says intercourse, but I like it because it's got like an offset greenish type tint and then a yellow. I'm like, these colors somehow go to fucking together. And I'm in love with this hat now. It goes with me everywhere.
I'm waiting on the. I feel you with the hat, but I'm waiting on the dude from Detroit Urban Survival Training. I'm waiting on him to die eventually at some point in time.
Listen, I
His
can go
fucking shit
to
is done.
listen. I want to get a GoFundMe going so I can go to Detroit and like call him a faggot and then like leave. You know, like, hey Detroit, you're a faggot and you're fat as fuck. Go for a run. Let's see your tactics then, motherfucker.
Detroit ain't it.
Motherfucker, literally jerking off
Hey, that shit is-
his own legacy.
But I hear Cleveland is worse though.
Cleveland
Fuck
is
Cleveland.
It depends.
All these
Because I'm in
ghetto
Ohio.
ass
I'm in
motherfucking
Ohio.
cities. All of them. Fuck Philly. Fuck New York City. Fuck LA. Fuck it all, man.
Says the motherfucker who lives in fucking
Tucson, Arizona. Hey, we have the
somewhere.
most property damage per capita. All right, this is gang shit over here. We got cartel cutting out hearts and high rent right now because of white people. Mass mandates, regardless of the governor's option.
Anyway, motherfucker. So, we've hit the whole mental health spill, and War Bears told this
don't kill
part.
yourself.
Zach, you've hit it on that part, and they do. You're right. You're right. They have to. People have to start
And to kind of
taking
go back
accountability
to
for
that,
themselves.
Look at that.
What is he doing?
I don't
Are you
know.
wearing fucking? This motherfucker's
Long
got
johns?
thermals on. Yeah, he does.
To recap the mental health portion, though, I think what a lot of our veterans struggle with, at least I do too, is trying to find your identity. And I'm just gonna be honest, like trying to find who the fuck you are, because
Yeah.
when you get out, things change and your identity completely changes. Like
Yeah,
your
you are
roots,
nothing.
your roots don't change. Who you used to be changes. Who you used to be and who you are now changes. And I understand a lot of it's letting go. Like let it fucking go. You did your time. You did what you had to do. You met some cool people. You had some badass experiences, but it's over. People grow old and they die. You need to get past that. And I think a lot of people, including myself, this is why I powerlift, is trying to find who the fuck you are. And when people are struggling and trying to find who they are, what's the first place they go to? They go to the bottle, like we talked about. But I think the issue is not only the bottle. The issue is drinking too much to put a temporary solution on a long-term problem, which ultimately is to find something that can keep you driven, find something that keeps you goal-oriented, find something that keeps you active and proactive. And once you find that, fall the fucking love with it and keep going. Because if you don't,
what about you, Bear?
Let me just tell you this. All right, if you're getting
hold on, Bear. But Zach, you were saying if you don't,
I said because
let him finish real quick.
Yeah, because I feel like if you do not find your identity post service, that's where a lot of people have issues. And if they don't have a good enough support network to talk to, or to all the friends they made in the Marine Corps, they fucking flake, man. I'll just keep it a G. They flake. They go all over the place. You don't fucking talk to them anymore. They don't talk to you. It's a two-way street. So if you're not going to fucking call me, I'm not going to fucking call you. So you got, I mean, honestly, you got to take care of yourself. And alcohol is not a fucking solution. Period.
On the
I've
money.
been there.
On the money.
All right, Bear, hit it.
All right. I'm going to tell the young lads out there. All right, getting out. You're like, shit, I don't want to. You're like, I think I want to go home. Don't go home. You're like, oh, you know what? Maybe my family needs me right now. Fuck your family. All right. I'm going to be completely honest. You get out, right? Maybe you're like 23, maybe 24, maybe 25, even maybe 26, right? Find a homie that you're close with, that you fuck with, that you live with, or whatever in your platoon or whatever the fuck. Move somewhere together. Fuck, drink, work. Just keep busy, man. And then you'll find yourself regardless. People are like, no, I need to be unemployed to find myself. No. I was literally working a shitty job, did 4 grams of mushrooms, and then overnight I did War Bear, right? You gotta work, all right? Like, you can do unemployment for a year, fuck around, whatever, cool. But, dude, be around, live with somebody. Don't live on your own. You're gonna be like, what am I gonna do? Like, you can fuck bitches regardless if you're living alone or with your friends, all right? You need to regain what you lost all those years. And after that, you might find the one you love by just doing that. I found the love of my life through fucking Tinder. So it's a win-win either way. Tinder's the new love link. It's not fucking meeting bitches at bars. Don't meet a girl at a bar. Do not meet a girl at a bar. That is already a sign that you should not date her. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who's married to who because they fell out of the fucking bar. Do not meet at a bar. All right? But anyways, fucking don't isolate yourself because you're out. Don't be like, yeah, I'm going to do so much shit. You're not going to do shit when you get out. You're not going to do shit. Unless you move to Thailand, fucking bank on that. Fine.
Be careful.
Living with a bunch of prostitutes or whatever the fuck, you're only going to run out of money. All right?
And you're probably going to fuck a dude.
Don't move back home to your family. Fuck your family. They're not going to do shit other than, my baby's home. Let's go to a dinner. And then they're going to be like, hey, I need you to take out the trash. Then the whole hero fucking concept's over. Then they're going to be just asking you to do a bunch of chores. You're going to hate your life. You're not going to be able to get laid because you're going to be dealing with fucking mama sneaking a bitch in the fucking downstairs basement. Fuck all that. Move away from your family. You need you time.
And that's what I suggest to a lot of these dudes. These not just dudes but girls as well, who are getting out. You need you time. If you lived in the bricks, then you had a roommate the whole entire time,
buddy.
You ain't have time to fucking do nothing other than look at another motherfucker and
see him jerk off.
Fuck, exactly. Watching him fucking pitch a tent in the goddamn sheets.
Or wait till he's on duty.
And wait till he's on duty. You know that time gonna come around. But it's like, that's what I tell these young cats is the don't go back home. Everybody sit back and say, well, I know.
No, it's a bad idea.
It really is. That's why I stayed in Cal. It's not a good example.
Yeah, you live in California.
And then another thing with going back home.
Hold that breath. Hold it.
With going back home, a lot of your friends that you used to have who probably you haven't talked to the entire time, they haven't grown up. They're still doing the same shit, still hanging out with the same people. So it's kind of unmotivating to go back home and to witness that.
Yeah.
Just start a new fucking chapter.
Remember, like, when you're like, going to get out, you're like, I'm going to get a job. I'm just going to fucking drink, party, have fun. You ain't going to do that if you go home. You're literally going in the same pond when you could be going into a lake, like a lake of, like, possibilities. Like, if I knew about Tucson, Arizona, and I got out, shit, my whole life would be different. Like,
but what's crazy is that people sit back and they celebrate the fact that you got a job. They don't celebrate the fact that you found something that could potentially make you happy or help you grow in any format. People just be like, oh, like y'all remember the fucking McDonald's commercials? And they be like, oh, Calvin got a job. Go Calvin. You know what I mean? Because he was a black dude. Just because another nigga found a job. And I just be like, and I'm like, now when I look at that shit and I look at the growth in my community, I see that more black folks have finally obtained the recipe of investing and going to school and doing stuff like that. It's the same shit and I'm not going to bullshit you that Jews have did for such a long time.
Yeah,
and
but
that Asians have done. I mean, but come on, dog. Like real shit. The Asian community, the Jewish community have now became what once was the Italian community, because the Italian community sat back and used to be like, yo, this a guy over here. It's a guy I know. We're going to bring him in and we're going to do this shit and he's going to be a part of this and we're going to pitch him a couple of bucks. Like that is now what we have finally started doing. And finally, people, I hope my community in the end will stop celebrating the fact that a motherfucker just got a job and that a motherfucker is actually on the path of creating something better than a nigga working at McDonald's.
I like seeing white people work at McDonald's now. I'm like, all right, we got some progress. All right. But if you go to fucking McDonald's in Philadelphia, not one white person working there because, you know, they ain't walking after work from that McDonald's. But I will say this. As a Jewish representative of the complete zero fucks, Asians do everything better. They breakdance better. They play baseball fucking very well. They take pride. If you're going to take pride in anything you do, be successful at it. That means either make a lot of money. You can hate your job. They don't care. That's a part of it. They come home. They eat a big dinner. They sometimes fuck their wife. And then they go to bed and they repeat. And in their tradition, working is being gangster. That's the thing. Black people, we got white people too. You know, Hispanics, kind of actually, no, Hispanics, they work all day. They work like 12 hours. And then they're like, all right, oh, the old school Latinos, not the new school Latinos. They're lazy. But fucking, it's a culture thing. And if your family isn't about it, you ain't going to be about it. And that's the thing. We got to tell people too the same thing. Oh, look, Matt Best is shooting a machine gun out of a fucking Prius. Oh, that's so cool. I want to do that. Shut the fuck up. There needs to be
a fan of that fucking guy
from another veteran saying, shut the fuck up. Go to work.
You don't go to work.
Go to work. No, stop trying to fucking create an enterprise every left and right.
Well, that's what ended up happening with Vet TV, bro. Everybody wanted to be the next Vet TV. Yep. Everybody wanted to be the next.
You cannot compete with Donnie O'Malley. Period.
No, I can. That little cocaine motherfucker.
Oh, come on.
Forging signatures, motherfucker. Hey, I'm not done. I talked to him before. Let me just tell you this. That motherfucker knee deep in cocaine. He might be cute, adorable, but remember this. He's still an officer at the end of the day. He lives in a different world of the junior enlisted. He might hang out with them. He might shoot the shit with them. He might film with them, but he ain't junior enlisted. I trust a junior enlisted motherfucker in a second compared to a motherfucker that was an officer. All right? Remember that.
Well, at the end of the day,
his business model, though. Maybe not his
business model.
His business model.
He owes us. We don't owe him shit. We crowdfunded his fucking company. All right? People forget that shit.
Coming.
If he did it all on his own, you can do whatever you want. You can say what you want. You can fuck over whoever you want. But you crowdfunded us. We gave you your company. Don't fuck the curb.
He creates events though.
No.
We can both agree on that.
He only created a Grunt's Life. Remember that.
Hold on. Hold on.
He forges people's signatures. He got busted for it.
All right. But hold on.
Members.
Hold on. But what event? What event, Zach?
The Silky Hikes. I don't know. The Silky Hikes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that his?
And I think him and his team created that. I don't know. Yeah, team. So there's multiple people in this organization. It's not just him. I think he's more so just the front man, the face of the organization.
The face, baby. The face.
But again, going back to what I was saying, the structure behind it, I think it's good. And the only reason why I say that is because I have attended one of his Silky Hikes events in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And it is a great opportunity for veterans, both active and, on the veteran side, to get together, commingle, drink, get fucked up, walk around, share conversations, share stories, hear people out, and on both sides of the spectrum, not just the active duty side, but, again, the veteran side, which is very fucking crucial and very important. So that is the only aspect that I really give a fuck about, is getting veterans together and creating that culture that you fucking lose when you get out of the service. That's the only thing I give a shit about. All his TV,
listen, you get
his
to say
TV
whatever
shit,
you
it's kind
want.
of funny. It's whatever. I used to watch it, but I mean, it's kind of like
It's dulled
you
out.
can only create so many skits before your shit starts becoming this, an old skit.
And people start leaving.
Yeah. So,
Due
but
to
the hikes.
difference of opinions. I'm like, this motherfucker forging people's signatures to get the rights.
I didn't know anything about that.
Bro, it was a big thing. It was like a big thing, and I tried to cover as much as I could. Dumb Nation Actual or whatever, Dumb Nation AF or whatever on Instagram covered it as well. Donnie O'Malley might have knees deep in cocaine at a certain period, and when it came to the writers' board, the scripts, like they weren't getting credited, or if they were getting credited, they would sign off, and they'd be like, "Whoa, I didn't sign off for the script to be at this price or whatever the fuck." And then Donnie O'Malley would forge the signature, or have someone forge the signature, because a Marine porn star came out that ended up helping write a skit and signed. He's like, "I didn't sign this. I put it up on there." And then other people started coming out of the woodwork. A lot of people ended up quitting. And then people announced, like, "Yeah, I quit. I'm not going to talk about why I am, but I understand this man's anger." You know what I mean? It was, and then Donnie O'Malley threatened to sue trolls on the Instagram. I'm like, bro, you're guilty when you're. I will sue you for slander, and like how he does it.
Sue a troll,
man. Like, I will sue you for slander.
Bro, his website is fake.
I'm like, there's the officer coming out, fucking woodworks.
You're on his website right now?
I'm on his website.
There's
right
a podcast,
now.
military active duty podcaster I'll send. He covered the whole Donnie O'Malley thing.
Like I said, guys, I can't speak too much on.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to.
What Bear
no, bro.
Close. So
but the hikes is the only thing.
No, the hikes and him being the face of the hikes most definitely boosted morale for the veteran community.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong.
I agree.
But at the end of the day,
but that's where it ends
TV,
with me. Like, I don't know anything else. That's where it ends.
I don't know anything else either. It just got started.
Like, that's awesome. I respect that. But how you reach out to the veterans when shit goes haywire. I don't care if you forge the signature. But if you act cunty trying to explain it and act like you didn't do anything wrong, then I'm like, all right, you're a piece of shit. What
signature did he forge? What was it for?
For the people.
Like, he doesn't even write scripts anymore. All he does is Grunt's Life. That's his baby. And then a Grunt's Life 2. He was set to leave for Netflix, but Netflix was like, we can't put this on the air. So he ended up sending back to Vet TV. That's why there was a little bit of delay during Vet TV, because he didn't know if he was fucking going to bounce. So anyways, there's a bunch of complaints going on. Workers not getting paid. And then the writers, there's like 3 writers left, and then for no reason. And then one of them was a guest star that was a Marine porn star, like an actual porn star in real life. He ended up leaking the first information about how he got fucked over by Donnie O'Malley. He's like, he forged my signatures. And then it ended up going into this giant fucking thing. Vet TV's like, no comment. And then Donnie O'Malley, you can just scroll on his fucking thing about like what's going on, or Vet TV. You'll see his stuff. And it goes on, and he's literally whisking away from what's really going on, and he's making up a whole new situation that's apparently going on, and he is so guilty. And, like, when someone's lying, especially when someone's trying to do, like, explain their reasons behind things. Motherfucker, it's not even talking about what he did. You can see his eyes, and if you know someone that does coke, that motherfucker knee-deep in coke.
Also, completely unrelated, how do you have 377,000 followers and your latest post has 568 likes?
Who has that? Donnie?
Vet TV.
Because nobody's fucking with it. I know Will.
I mean,
Will is the dude.
But like 377,000 followers, 377,000 followers, and you got 568 likes on a post.
Listen, man, I get 4,500 views on my shit, like 500 likes.
I don't know,
but man, I put up some gold about my conspiracy, and I got 500 views. I'm shadow banned as fuck right now. It's so
you get zucked because you got people that are like out for your neck because
Big time, bro.
Big
It might
time.
really should shit.
I mean, a man with 500 or like 300,000 followers blocked me and his wife.
That's
Beautiful.
awesome.
Alright. Well,
And
gang,
girl.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This has been an amazing ass conversation. I've tapped into. Look at this motherfucker, dude. He's high. Are you high? Anyway,
Oh, for sure.
yeah. I've tapped into y'all's motherfucking conversation, and it's absolutely amazing. But we do have to bring it to an end. I hate. I don't have to fucking go to bed, but we've been
to bed with my deep voice and my big tall ass. I'm a dad.
No, that's not what it is. My son is actually at football practice right now.
I don't
with his
get
mom.
tired. I gotta go pick up my son from football practice.
Fuck you, dog. No, motherfucker. I'm thinking about everybody that's watching this shit right now because I want to make sure that they actually get enough information from you guys and understand how you know Will Pumper from Vet TV. I actually met him at the pre-porn convention award, whatever it was. About
He's such a nice guy too. So nice.
He is. I walked up to him like I was hesitant to walk up to him. I was like, "Hey, bro, yeah, bro." Like, dude, you smashed that one
He's
chick.
got a regular
He's
dick.
like,
He's got a regular sized dick.
And that's always comforting to see. Like you see so many dicks that are
Giant
just
black anacondas,
unbelievably
like this
large,
right
and it's just not natural. Like, where do these dicks come from, dude? And then
like
every once in a while, you're like,
you see a
regular dick
on shoots to make it even.
You see a regular dick, and you're like, my dude.
I'm just gonna be the first to tell you, like, some of these motherfuckers around here, bro. I don't feel like I'm black. I got a regular.
Have you seen the big European guy, a white guy that has like a 14-inch dick?
Is he the one with Perry, whatever her name is?
No, bigger, huge,
bigger than the one with Perry.
Really, like this.
Look at JT.
Like, man, we fucking lost with you guys. Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
My buddy sent me, I was like, oh my god, this does not look comfortable. And then, of course,
you got me.
I'm at all, and I was like, okay, am I watching something wrong?
Bro, I seriously feel like a lot of these motherfuckers are out there fucking going and having penis surgery.
They have They have
to.
penis finders. Like they have guys like going into Amazon forums trying to find the biggest dicks in the world. I guarantee you.
I got that pipe on me. Like they just auditioned for this. All right, let me see it.
He said,
remember,
he said, I got that pipe on me.
Remember that Brazilian guy? He looks like he's like 14 years old, but he's got like a 9-inch penis or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
he ended up wearing the amateur porn.
What do you do with that? You know you ain't using like 3/4 of
it.
He's just like,
you're really exactly.
No, like when you look at these guys,
3/4 of it.
They're only using like maybe 5 inches of it. The rest is all out. Like, dude, I'm trying to go all the way in. Like, I want to take my body and go inside.
All the way in that shit,
but
bro.
You can't,
but
it's
fucking, weird, bro.
You bust open a cervix, and now they're going to internally bleed.
We're talking for white people right now.
Bro, my wife. Yeah. Well, why do you think I keep going after? I keep going after white women, bro. I keep going after white women, bro. It's like at the same.
I'm tall. I'm black. Everybody thinks I have a big dick, and I'm creative.
I'm super creative. I'm not sad about it at all.
Remember when socks and sandals weren't cool? Now that black people did it, it's cool.
Look at this.
It's cool now.
Are those Birkenstocks?
There is some racially motivated trends, all right? Black people can wear socks and sandals. White people can't. Well, fuck you. I'm doing it too.
No, motherfucker. It's because y'all wear like fucking goddamn Jerusalem cruisers.
So our sandal isn't good enough. But if it's a Nike brand where we're like, fuck Nike, they're supporting Black Lives Matter. Shut up. Dockers will caught, all right? Fuck you.
Do you have the toe split? Is the toe split with the socks right now? I got to know.
Yeah. It's a sandal. Haji sandal.
Oh, okay.
According,
he's got the slide.
I see that. But according to New York actor Jonah Falcon, his penis measures at 13.5 inches.
What do you do? Like, what do you do with that?
He gets in there.
That's a fucking roller, man.
He gets in there.
That's a ruler.
He's a big, like, European white
That's
guy.
bigger than a ruler. What do you do? That's 2 inches. That's an inch bigger than a ruler. Stop.
I think he like passes out after, but like
All the
hi,
blood
and then
goes to
he
that
passes
motherfucker,
out.
dog.
You know,
I know he's
in,
not
in
dating
order to get that
anymore
hard,
because he's doing
he
porn.
has to be taking some type of like lowering his blood pressure to bring all of it to his dick. He has to.
Yeah, but
You're
you want to know
you're
what's
not getting that
crazy,
monster hard like naturally,
bro? He is the most goofiest, corniest looking white dude in the world.
That's how it works. It's always the ugly motherfuckers got the biggest dicks.
Bro,
It
like
is.
the
It's statistically
corniest.
proven.
You're true. You're right about that. And this is probably the most.
We need
like
to
it's
have
just,
a whole hour dedicated to porn conversation.
Yes. I second
Can
that.
I get like 5 minutes about feet? I'm gonna change your minds on these things.
I see. That's I don't know, man.
Hey, Marine, you're supposed to fuck everything. Don't fuck me on this, all right?
That's where the weird part of me being a Marine came in at, bro. I was
The
like,
feet, though?
fuck.
Yeah.
Feet? Oh, I'm all about some feet.
Fucking love it.
But feet?
But you gotta have good feet, though. That's the thing. No.
Bro,
High class.
but you can't. Yes.
A bitch can be
You
a
gotta
perfect
be-
10, but have ugly ass feet, and that's like, nah.
Bro.
Okay,
all day.
I can agree.
Think
there.
about
I
it.
can
You're
agree.
gonna be holding up her legs, trying to go to town. You gotta see those soles, and she doesn't have nice
Bro,
soles.
And she just got like
Romanian
bird
and
feet
like
in your
urchin
face.
peasant feet.
Bro, you can't, but she can't have no fucking, she gotta have an arch in that motherfucker.
Mhm.
clompers.
Yeah, no, she can't have flat feet like she been doing jujitsu her whole life. She gotta have
Flipper
an
feet.
arch. Yeah, man. I love my wife's feet. I ain't even gonna lie.
See, get kinky with
See,
that. I have
And the
fucked
bondage shit. I can't really I don't like the bondage stuff, man. It's too
the
much.
bondage.
Hold on, done to you or done to
No.
The other
I've never
half.
had that weird ass shit. I'm talking like
We have a Russian
Like
role play that we do.
swings
I
and
talk about.
chains and like the whips and like
We have a chair.
have you
Christian
ever
Grey type
did it?
shit. Hell no.
You never get pegged. You never had a finger in your butt. Come on, man.
No.
Little.
I've had
Get
okay,
kinky.
I will be
No, hold
honest.
on.
I have had they've tried. I've had one try.
You never got your asshole licked.
No rim.
All right. So
you're
so
missing.
you
Ow.
stupid.
Oh,
I guess I'm a
never got your
virgin.
butthole licked.
Nah.
No, bro. But listen.
I bark too much.
Fine.
You gotta besides getting pegged, because you can tell the bear has been pegged a few times. But
Oh yeah, he's casual about it for sure. Multiple.
yeah, you can tell it.
Did-
You can tell it.
did
He's
it?
like sitting
I'll do
back.
it. I fear no penis. But if it's like an anaconda, like 2 chain dick, nah, it can't be black. I'll tell you that one.
Bro, what I'm saying is you have to, and it's like for me, I ain't gonna go too in depth with my bedroom
Talk
life,
to me, daddy.
but it's like with me, I'm about a little pain. Both of us, little choking, little something
Okay,
strange
choking.
like that. Yeah.
Choking, I'm on board.
So
100%.
what? No spatula, no fucking mallet.
Oh, I'm all
Extension
about it
cord
though.
around the neck.
Kelly does the Russian interrogator. So she ties me up, and then she bitches slaps me hardcore, trying to get information out of me. And that's when I, give
Stop
up
it.
or whatever, bro. She fucking
All right.
punches me, and I'm like, ah!
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've
Called me a
actually
bitch.
asked my wife.
I'm like, oh yeah, let's go.
I've told
Did you
my
give the
wife to
information up?
bite me. Did you tell her where the dog was? You were holding
Or
the dog
the
hostage.
nuclear
right?
launch codes.
The nuclear codes, yeah. I've let my
Pretty good.
wife punch me. I've let her smack me, and I've been bit a few times.
Biting's okay.
Okay.
I can get on board with biting. Not
But
too
you
hard
don't
though.
feel like you could-
If you draw blood, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you. That's unnecessary.
Oh, of course, that's hard as fuck. That's unnecessary. But if you let her, or let's just say, you know what I'm saying? Like you seem like the type of dude that grew up with folks who look like me, and you know how we finish
I
our
did.
ladies in the back. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we smacking ass. We
Yeah.
doing one of these.
Eat
Yeah,
ass.
Yeah.
that's
Eat women's ass.
all day.
I'll
I
tell
tried,
you-
but my wife
And-
will push me away.
Get in there at the bottom opening. too at the same
I
time.
actually grew up with I grew up in foster care, believe it or not, and my
Okay.
foster family was actually black. So
Okay.
So
for
you were just
the
another motherfucker to the black crew. We're gonna call
that
him.
no they no
We're
hold
gonna
on, hold
call
on.
him Milk Chocolate.
They some
We're gonna
southern
call
black
him
folk
Milk
though.
Chocolate.
They're a different breed of black folk. Like let me tell you something. If you've never had chitlins or never cleaned chitlins or never had a ham hock in your greens,
Oh
you
God.
don't know what the fuck you're eating. Like
Bro,
these black folks are a different breed.
we didn't put the
Ham
ham
hocks,
hock, we didn't put the
yeah,
turkey neck,
yeah.
we didn't did the turkey neck. I don't do chitlins. I don't fuck with chitlins. That
They
shit
smell
smell
like
horrible.
shit. They
Exactly. I don't fuck with that.
a lot of
But
hot
I'll do
sauce.
a no, I
I
don't
love
even
hot
what
dogs, man. Spicy hot dogs. Fuck.
no, he said
The
hot
hot sauce.
sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce and chitlins.
Cholula.
Pig's feet.
Lua. Pickle pig's feet.
Goat eyeballs are delicious.
No.
All right, so Bear, since you are my Jewish brother from another, what is it something that we can expect if you go back home on, let's just say, one of the many Jewish holidays? What can we expect at your house?
Expect to what?
What can we expect at your house? At your house, what would your family have?
My father on the phone doing business, my mother crying in the kitchen, my brother being a dick like fucking Derek from Step Brothers, me just sitting there on the table, just wondering why the fuck I came home, acting like, my family was going to come home and bring me warm and joyous that I've returned. And then when it comes down to it, we fucking bang out the prayers, sit down, and then we fucking leave. My mom and dad argue after cleaning up the kitchen. My dad just storming out, my brother calling me an asshole, me almost killing my brother, and then I go home, back home to where I sleep, and that's
Okay.
trust me, you don't want my life. I'd rather my mom be addicted to crack and my father be like an angel or some shit. At least I could talk it out to one of them. I can't talk it out to either one of them. I'm on my own, bro. We out.
Yeah, you stupid. What about you, Zach? If I pulled up at your house right now, well, for the holidays, what you got for me?
Depends. What holiday? What we talking? We talking Christmas,
Kwanzaa.
Thanksgiving? I don't celebrate
During
Kwanzaa.
yeah. You don't celebrate Kwanzaa. But you grew up with black folks, dog. What's happening?
Well, that is the most white holiday ever. White people
Yeah.
celebrate
So
Kwanzaa. No black
no,
people
I
do
grew up
that.
with Southern
All
black
right.
folks. Southern black folks in
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Okay. I'm from South Georgia, so I know where you're coming from a little
Yeah.
bit.
So they're a different. They're your more like they're a very hospitality type of culture. It's different, man. It's very different. Like there's different types of diverse black people. These are some
Hell yeah.
down to earth soul food, good old cooking, good life, simple lifestyle. But today,
Right.
if you were to pull up my house, let's say Christmas or Thanksgiving, big ass honey ham, collard greens, probably some type of casserole, uh, some type of noodles,
Nice.
just basic shit, basic white people shit. Um, I obviously
Uh,
I've ventured away from the roots because I don't know how to make that shit. Like I don't, where the fuck you get a ham hock for greens? I,
bro, you
I don't know the secrets. I don't have the
bro,
books. It's different when you're in charge of cooking for your own family.
I'm gonna have my mama send you something, dog. I'm gonna have my mom reach out and she gonna hook you up one time.
But
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring it to a closure. I know Warbear's like, man, fuck, this nigga's trying to go to sleep. Something's wrong with him.
Huh?
But where can they look at him? Where can they find you, Zach? Where can they find you, bro?
what you mean?
On Instagram, social media, Facebook, any of your weightlifting videos, if they wanted to come and work out with you, whatever
So
it is, bro. Plug
so
it.
right now I'm in Ohio. But I keep my personal business off of Instagram for obvious reasons.
Of
But
course.
Instagram is tatted_grunt, and all I do is post lifting videos, and on my stories I'll share Warbear stuff and some funny shit, trying to keep humor to my followers. But for the most part, it's just lifting videos to help me be myself. And like I said, going back to finding your identity, my identity is powerlifting. It helps me mentally. It obviously keeps me mentally strong and keep me goal oriented.
All right, that's awesome, bro. And what about you, Bear? Where can they find you at, bro?
All right, we got warbear.news.network for all your luscious news clips coming out and information as best as I can give you. I also have warbear.actual.official on Instagram. I'm only on Instagram because Instagram's better than Facebook. Facebook is depressing. We're not 13 years old anymore. We're not in high school anymore, so we got to move on from Facebook. Also, my mother's on Facebook, so yikes. Yeah, man, I'm just creative. I like to do drugs. I like to embrace, Hollywood's like creative aspect and bring it towards the right-winging, craze, conspiracy type theory type vibes. I like trolling people that feel like they're powerful on the 2A community because no one is a god when it comes to a gun. Because everybody's equal when they have a gun. That is the beauty of firearms. So I will say this, fuck Lucas Botkin, and think for yourselves. Be an individual. Stop catering to groups on Instagram. Be who you want to be. But fuck Lucas. Yeah.
That's how I feel, bro.
Yeah, fuck that little skinny-ass white boy.
Overall, I've never jumped on any social media's fucking head, but once he kind of hit onto the
today we're going to talk about the AK.
Yeah, bro.
I can shoot
he killed me. He killed
like
me
he's
with
a
that
foreign weapons instructor.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
not
from a
firearms
motherfucker
instructor, but I'm going to teach you how to do a couple things here.
Isn't he
I don't know.
like 22? He looks like a child.
He's the kid in was it elementary school that would say time out before he got tagged.
Oh.
That's that motherfucker right there.
I hate people like that. So, as y'all know, y'all can find me www.aadbrief.com as well as dafteractions.com or at dafteractions on Instagram, excuse me. And this has been, After Action Debrief Podcast. It has been a blessing to have you two motherfuckers on here.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate that. And Bear, I appreciate you coming back.
Absolutely.
So the next chocolate daddy. So the next go round, Zach, I'm gonna need you to come back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring someone else on new. So we're just gonna we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Shut up. Okay. I will send you the link to be able to call in, and we're just gonna be like, "Oh shit, what's the weather?" And we're just gonna go that route. I'm just thankful to be able to have this conversation with you two gentlemen. I'm thankful to be able to build with y'all and be able to talk about the things that are biggest in your world and the things that y'all are going on. Zach, I appreciate you sharing as much as you could with your personal life with us.
Absolutely.
And Bear, I appreciate you coming on and just being you always continuously and sharing as much as you could with your life as well as your fucking blown out finger that I keep seeing right there in the wind.
Yeah, how is that going, by the way?
Yeah. Look at it, bro. It's
not that bad.
It's a constant shocker.
It sucks because there's like problems going on down here, like pain wise, and I'm like, fuck. But anyways, it's kind of hard, but I'm able to kind of make a fist. But you see, like, that's where I'm at right now. And then look at my pinky. It's like, all right, so you go out there, and then here's my regular. It's curved from the scar tissue and causes discomfort. But I got a hand, so it could be worse. No one wants to date a guy with a hand without a hand. You know what I mean? Fucks up pictures. If I was missing a leg, then they'd be like, all right, that's kind of cool. You can still wear a suit. But if you're missing a hand, you're fucked. So shout out to the people that lost the arms and everything. You matter more than regular veterans. So hit me up and send me some nubs. All right?
Exactly. So send all nubs to War Bear's Instagram page. And if you're interested in more powerlifting training and anything else, reach out to Tatted Grunt.
Yeah, I'm always.
And if you're just like, fuck everything, then reach out to both of them.
Or if you just want to chit-chat.
Chit-chat is extremely important.
Yeah.
We're all in different time zones to be able to make this work. So that lets you know if you're in Eastern Standard, hit up Tatted Grunt. If you're in Western or Pacific Standard, then hit me up or hit out War Bear. and we're all here for you. This is all in the name of fun, so don't take that shit personal. And if you do take it personal, then reach out to Warbear.
DM me.
Send your problems to Warbear. Don't send that shit to me.
Make sure your account's public too.
To everyone else, my parents and anybody else, I'm sorry if this shit offends you, but this is what the after action, not the before all the action, but the after action debrief is all about. That means our service is over with, and this is what we're doing on our own time. I love y'all. Peace.
Later.